Hello to all my YouTube audience, friends, and fans out here. This is Anthony with Anti Blue Corruption. And I want to go ahead and remind everybody on here that, I'm not an anti police guy. I've got a few friends that are officers. Uh, I've got a friend that works for Newton County. He had to recuse himself on the 21st, the day that I got hit by Garrett Cummings. He had to recuse himself because he and I are friends. He wasn't part of this investigation. And I know some people think I'm trying to get a dollar or something. I've heard that thrown out there in the comments on this channel. And all I can say to those people is you're ignorant. Hell, I'm having a doozy of a pain day. I've got MRI results. They show that I'll never be the same again. Look, the thing that I want to tell everybody about the incident that happened out here is that I went down to confront Garrett about him not taking the diapers. When I put the bag of diapers on the hood of his car, my intention was that we were going to have a discussion and that he was going to take the diapers. Me and my girlfriend Beth, we were helping a woman who was a victim of domestic violence. And to be honest, we weren't sad to see her go because this woman was inappropriate. She would come into our room in the middle of the night. I sleep in my birthday suit. She wouldn't knock. She would just come in and she would try to hug me while I was under my covers, and I would push her back. Okay, listen, hashtag me too. Okay, listen, it is no more okay for a woman to try to push herself on a man if a man does not want her like that. It is no more okay for a woman to try to push herself on a man than it is for a man to try to do that to a woman that does not want him. Okay? There should never be any double standard to that. If somebody does not want you like that, you should respect that and leave that person alone. That's kind of a serious deal, and that's kind of a deal that I'm getting into with Delania right now, where I have an ex parte on Delania, and I will be going to present my case in April. And I'm going to ask for a 15-year protection order because this woman came out to my house the other day and she had been told directly by me not to come out. Right now, that is still an ongoing investigation from the 28th where she came out because I told her directly not to come out because she had called her ex-boyfriend Larry. Y'all have seen that YouTube short where I'm hollering, "Don't come out, don't come out." That's Delania on the other line before she ended up actually coming out. And I had to take a defensive stance because she said that she was bringing people with guns. I heard her say it. I live here with my girlfriend and my 7-year-old daughter. That's my world right there, okay? So, you know, it's scary to even think about the danger that she posed to my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter at that point. That is just insane to think about. So I want a 15-year protection order, and I never want contact with this woman ever. She's inappropriate. She's done things, and that'll be presented in a court. I'm not gonna get into a slander case on that woman on here because she is mentally disabled. And as bad as things are that she's done, I'm not going to get on YouTube and I'm not going to attack somebody who's not all there. My uncle was like that. That's how I knew Delania, was because of my uncle. My uncle was mentally challenged and I lost him in July, on July 12th of last year. A lot of people knew my Uncle Guy, so he meant a lot to me. So, I mean, the people that think that I wanted to go through this and get mine, I didn't. I never wanted to be hit. I would have never, in a million years, I would have never imagined that a CPS worker would intentionally plow through somebody. He hit the throttle and he plowed through me. It's so crazy to even think about. I never thought I'd be a YouTuber. Never thought I'd be doing this kind of stuff. Um, I drove tractor trailer for 15 years. After that 15 years, I was in a serious wreck in Louisiana in 2022. The wreck wasn't my fault. I mean, there's the other side accepted responsibility, but I don't remember the incidents of the wreck because the wreck was serious enough that it caused a shoulder injury as well as a TBI. And that case is still going on in Louisiana. We're fixing to get into depositions on that. So that kind of ended my trucking career, as well as giving me brain injury too. So I don't ever want to be that person that has to rely on a disability check and be on the government system and assistance. 15 years as a professional driver, season ticket holder for the Kansas City Chiefs. I got to live in life and love in life, and that's the kind of life that I want to live. You can't draw that from Social Security. You also can't do it from robbing banks either. I know a lot of people are gonna talk about my old buddy. He and I never knew that he did that kind of stuff. Okay, Fanatic. I hope he's reforming himself. Because listen, here, and I used to follow this guy on. I'll still give him a shout out, man, because he makes good. He makes good Chiefs content. The red bearded guy. Can't ever remember his name. How about this Chiefs guy, man? Hey, you make good content, but eventually I just kind of stopped watching him because he was putting out a lot of hate on kind of like Fanatic and shit, and what Fanatic did is wrong. Absolutely, I condemn what he did 100%, but I do hope that he reforms himself while he is incarcerated and he can be a better person afterward. Because here's the thing, we've got to end hate. We do. We've got to end hate. This is what my channel is going to be about. I'll be putting out facts, details. I'll be putting out a lot of stuff. I mean, if you're liking the video, that button's right down there, man. Go ahead and hit it. If you want to know when I make new content and come on here, because we're going a long ways with this. We're going for reform. I've been speaking to people, who are in and around the NFL community. Once we talk some more, then I'll probably go public with who I'm talking to. I'm not going to right now. I do have some high profile friends, and I protect their identities until they want to come out and say, hey, we're a part of this. We're with you. That time will come. I'm a peaceful guy. I'm a stoner. I represent that very well. I hope. I think that we are a peaceful breed of people. We also like comedy. Now, this is one side to me right here. So there's a whole nother side. The side that I love to show. Come and see me this Sunday. I'll go ahead and announce it right now. This Sunday, I will be doing comedy, stand-up comedy at Blackthorn Irish Pub in Joplin. So come out, see the stoner comedian. I don't know if we're going to be able to get me on stage. That's going to be a challenge. So we'll see. I mean, hey, if you think I'm faking, come out and see me and come and see me live, and you tell me if you think my pain's real or fake. I mean, shit, be the judge for yourself. I've got a claim going on this with my insurance, so they've got full transparency on my part. They've got access. They'll have access to the medical records. All this. I mean, there's a price to be paid, and the sheriff's office, they should have never investigated something that was done with somebody that they work with. They work with Garrett Cummings. He's a CPS worker. He's a POS. He hit me with a car. And look, I wouldn't be for Garrett being any more mistreated, when he does finally get charged. The sheriff right now, he won't do it. But when Garrett does finally get charged, listen, I'm no more for him being traumatized in the prison system than anybody else. We've got to start reforming how we treat people that we lock away, because it's not about punishing them for what they did. It is about making that person safe to rejoin society when they come out of prison. Now, I'm not saying that we should be like 100% easy on them. I'm saying they shouldn't be treated like dogs and animals. What that looks like is still to be determined. I've touted about Sheena Eastburn's organization. There's another one called moprisonreform.org. Check them out too. They're good ones. These are people that want to see safer streets. We want to see people that have addictions. We kind of want people to understand like the drug addiction and things like that. These people are also victims of the cartels. Bad stuff's happened to good people all around. I've been talking to some of my friends that are in law enforcement, and we're working on getting some stuff together where I'm gonna start podcasting and having other people come on my show. So I mean, hey, if you're somebody who wants to leave hateful comments, hey, I might talk to you. I might even bring you on. I mean, if you're willing to go live and say, hey, dude, you're faking it, yeah, come on here and tell me I'm faking it. Tell me how I fake the MRIs. I still can't believe I got hit by a Prius. A Toyota Prius, okay? So I've got a friend. I won't say where he's in law enforcement at, but he told me, he said, Anthony, he said, you really sound like a damn redneck when you talk. He said, I hate to stereotype you like that. He said, but it's true. You sound like a dumb hick redneck sometimes. And when you say that you got hit by a Prius, he said, it sounds like you're saying you got hit by a priest. He said, you need to clarify, Mr. Wilson, that you got hit by a Toyota Prius. Now give me some ID. I feel like that's a great ongoing joke, right? So the cops that are good cops out here, you can always tell them apart from the bad cops, right? Because you go to joke with a cop about your ID and donuts and this and that and the other. Listen, the great cops, the good cops, right? These guys got senses of humor, man. I mean, they're just good people. And we need good people. Good people make good cops. It's as simple as that. I'm wanting to make some content, and I've saved this video. I shared it with my friend in the NFL of a go check out this guy's channel. Let me go ahead and give him a shout out. He's at Civil Rights Lawyer on YouTube. His name is Brian. He's a civil rights attorney out of West Virginia, and he did a YouTube video. I want y'all to go on here and check this guy out. And if you stay this long, you're loyal. You're coming back to my channel. So thank you. I appreciate you. You're fucking awesome. So go you. This guy, he has probably the most shocking video I have ever seen by anybody. I'm gonna do an investigation. So I mean, if this is reaching Detroit, I think this was in. Oh damn! I wrote it down. It's like a south suburb of Detroit. But go on this guy's channel. You'll see the video. Officer Fervor or something like that. He, oh my God, no, I don't even think he could pull this lady over. Right? She's in her parking lot. It's a black woman, and she's got her children in the car. She's there to, I think, like pick her daughter up from cheer practice or something. She was using a friend's car. She had expired plates, and this cop has had so many violations. I mean, Cartman off of South Park is not as bad as this guy. I mean, all my South Park friends out here, right? Respect my soda! You respect my soda! I mean, the cop is worse than Cartman. I mean, come on. This cop, you would think, watching this has to be a parody. There is no way that a cop can pull into a school where a mother is parked, right? Waiting on her daughter from cheer practice. Say, give me ID. She hesitates, and you could see this woman has had some bad experiences with police. Bless this woman. I am praying for this woman. She is... I go to a Wednesday night Bible study, 180. Come to my church. It's great. I'm going to be praying for her because what this lady has gone through and the fact that this police department, it needs to be investigated seriously. You can't let somebody that does this stuff be a cop. I mean, what he did to this lady, it is almost unbearable to watch. I mean, he's such a despicable human. He needs to be locked up. And anybody who would think about employing an officer like that, they should be charged criminally as well. So shout out civil rights attorney Brian. I get on his channel and I'll post in his comments, and some of his viewers come to see my stuff. So great work, man. Do what you do. You're awesome. I love watching your videos. I haven't seen any of my content on there, right? So message me. Let's work something out. Let me show you where some of my rights violations come in. I gotta redact some of my videos to protect my friends. I won't ever, I won't ever mention people who don't want to be in my videos if I'm making a video or something. And aside from law enforcement, who I have a right to film, and I will film, I try to be respectful. At the end of the day, the one thing we should all care about is being good humans. I care about being a good human. I'm being honest about my injuries. I'm feeling this pain every day. And I've been told by my doctors that much of what happened when I got hit by that car is not repairable damage. And I've got more testing to go. I've got MRIs to still do. In my right calf muscle, I can't do anything. I use a heating pad on me right now. Actually, you know what? Since people think I'm faking this, I'll go ahead and show you guys a little something right here, right? So, I got physical deformities to my knee right here. There it is. The heating pad helps, but right here, this I think it's the tibia bone. It bulges out right there, and I've got dips in that right there. This bone right here, it's about always swollen, and that's a little bit on the outside of my knee. That calf muscle, I can't flex it at all. I've got to have MRIs on my ankles. There's a lot of legit damage here. So for people that say I'm bullshitting, hey, you're entitled to your opinion. I have nothing to go to jail for because I have nothing that I'm lying about. I'll be as transparent as I can be. That's why I kind of created a YouTube channel. I mean, if you think I'm stupid enough to go and make up this lie and create a YouTube channel to put everything out there, nobody's okay. Yeah, some people are that dumb. It is a fair point. Some people really are that dumb, but I've got nothing to hide in this. I'm not faking anything. The crazy thing is that I don't do anything for pain. Bubbly. I'm in some 420 groups on Facebook too. So if y'all know of any 420 groups, put it in the comments, please. I want to get on there. I want to join some groups. Hey, I'll go live in their groups. You guys can come in the comments, ask me some shit. I don't mind. So, I'm brand new to this YouTuber crap, so I got no following. I'll tell you a true fact about me though is I used to be at one point I was over 500 pounds. I was the fatty of fatties. I've yo-yoed, I've gone up and down on my weight. I used to be over 500 in 2017. I got down to about 217. I ended up, having a rough point in my life and got up to 290 pounds again. Now I'm all the way back down to 225. 225 is what I weighed in at this morning. So going for it, makes it a lot harder to work out. That ain't happening. I ain't getting no leg days. My arms are getting a little bit of work in though. So hey, that's probably the one thing that's paying off. No, they're not built bulked. I mean, I'm not far from the biggest guy arm wise, but hey, I'm working on what I can do, and I'm losing where it matters, gaining where it matters. And I will say this. I don't really get the munchies. So that's got to be one blessing, right? Or at least I figured out how to overcome the munchies. Heck, if you want to know what I'm doing weight loss wise, like I'll only eat like once a day, so I pretty well get away with eating whatever the hell I want and losing weight. I'll have coffee. I'll do some of these bubblies. I need to start hitting some of these people up for sponsors if we can get this channel a little bit bigger. Like and sub. I'll drop content. I mean, tell me how much you want in the comments. I'll drop as much as you want. I deal with so much anxiety from cops. I mostly sit out here in my garage and smoke weed and work on what I need to do in my cases and making my YouTube content out here. Having TBI, any of my potheads out here, I'd love to know your experience. I talked to Gypsy Rose on X, and we got to talking about the benefits of marijuana, and I'm not talking about that one that y'all, those of you that know that Gypsy Rose, that's not who I'm talking about. She's a different friend of mine named Gypsy Rose. Not the one that killed her mom. Shout out to you, Gypsy. The better Gypsy Rose, right? I think Gypsy's actually going to come on my channel when we can when I can figure out this whole remote interview thing. So we'll do that, and I'm going to bring some celebrity guests on here. We're going to bring police on here. Look, y'all, a big part of this YouTube channel is that we got to create dialogue. If we want to go for change, that's what we got to have. Tucker Carlson, shout out to him. He's been talking a lot about one bill systems, and that's a lot of what we need. Congress, the House. I got some friends that, I've been friends with my state reps for a long time. Talk to your state reps. Get involved with your politics. That's how you learn how to make change. That's how I've learned how to make change. That's why I created a GoFundMe. I'll link that in the description down here. So check that out in the description. I've really dropped what I'm looking for, just because, I'm trying to set a realistic amount. I don't know what that is, but look, I can lobby in Jefferson City in a wheelchair. That's not going to stop me. I'm working on growing my YouTube channel so that I can get funding. If I were to sue, like people have been telling me, like, you need to sue. Well, first I got to beat the corrupt charges. I can't do anything. An attorney's probably not even going to talk to me until these crazy charges that they try to press on me for third degree kidnapping, class, I think something misdemeanor, which is kind of stupid because who would think that an argument about a bag of diapers would be kidnapping? Explain that to me. As a matter of fact, if anybody out here is an attorney too, watching my stuff, hey, DM me. We probably got a big deal here because I thought I was going down that driveway to set a bag of diapers on his car, and we were going to talk because he was going to take the bag of diapers. It's just kind of a stubborn redneck thing. I tried to help that girl. I couldn't prevent her from leaving, but, at the same time, not my job to take care of her baby's diapers. Look, I said I don't want to say bad things about this girl on this channel, and I'm going to try to say this in the nicest way that I can avoid that. And I also don't want to get monetized by YouTube. So, this girl told me, and I'm going to drop a big video, so be watching because I've got a big video to drop. From the night she asked me to come get her, when me and my girlfriend decided we were going to help this girl out, I've got the video that shows how she was being abused, okay? And check this. I'm going to drop this video very soon because this video shows what Garrett Cummings allowed those children to go back into. This is the house that Garrett Cummings is saying that those kids were safe in. So I'm going to let my YouTube subscribers see this. I'm going to let the public decide. Because it is time that you, the people, took back the power. And you're going to get to. If we have to, we will get a following. And the way that we're going to make a difference is by changing who's in office. We will make a difference through our power to vote, through our power to elect our leaders, and our power to be our leaders. We have a platform as First Amendment auditors. And until we really start getting involved, we start losing our status, I believe, as journalists. Because look, if you can learn, you can get involved. And a couch, if anybody's wondering what I'm smoking. Good old Indica couch. I spent 15 years as a professional driver. That ended for me. One door closes, God opens another. I was married for 15 years. My wife asked me for a divorce. I was heartbroken for about a day. I think, I was scared to change. When he closed that door, he opened another. When God closed the door on my trucking career, he opened real estate. It's my little realtor pin. I passed with a 80-ish%, somewhere in the 80s, on my first try. Doesn't happen very often in Missouri that people pass on the first try. So I've got, marijuana has done a lot for my brain. For my brain function with having a traumatic brain injury. Now that still shows quite a bit of the time. Probably shows on this channel a little bit, I'll be honest. I go from thing to thing very often, and often I can't remember some things that were said or that I said or was did. That's why I document so many things on video. That's why I've got so much content that I could post at any time on this channel. And we're going to be making some very good content, so stay tuned because we got some very good things to provide. We've got some very good interviews. And listen, if you stayed all the way to the end of this video, I'm about to end it on here because I've actually got to go because I'm filing an ex parte on Garrett Cummings. I'll update you guys. We'll do a little short after the courthouse. I will let you know if the judge and I have hope. There is hope in my heart, right? That the judge and the court does the right thing because I'd have to go in there to prove the case anyways on Garrett, and I'll do that. But we're going to go file. He hit me with a Toyota Prius in my driveway because we had an argument about a bag of diapers. My eyewitness watched it out the window. As a matter of fact, you know what? We ain't ending this video like this. No. Because Hey, you guys want to see what I go through? Hang on. I'm going to set this down here for a second. A lot of times here, I'll set this up to show me getting up. Oh, yeah, because he can't. Okay, so I've got my arms very strong at being able to lift myself up. So I do this, and I kind of get my feet under me. Uh-oh, showing off my panties. I gotta step lightly. So for people that want to know the full extent of my injuries, right? I'm able to hobble in pain. I've got like little to no cartilage in my knees. Doctors want me out of the braces, so I'm staying out of the braces. I'm talking about full transparency. I'll show you. This is what I go through on a daily basis. I don't take jack crap for pain. Pain meds nearly killed me. I don't do it. I get around my house a little bit without the crutches, but it hurts like a son of a bitch when I do it. I put up with the fucking pain. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Oh. What kind of condition were the kids living in here? I'm sure a lot of people want to know that. I'm turning this camera around so that you can see. This is a playroom my daughter made messy. It's also where the cats live. Hey, Lucy, she's preggo. If anybody wants some kittens, definitely hit me up. She's gonna burst any day now, and we can't really have them. They need to, obviously they need some time with their mama first, but my landlord sees this, he would pitch a fit about the kittens. But she chose us. We did not go get her. She was already in the neighborhood, just decided that she was going to come into our house. Burglary. I'm not pressing charges on her, okay? I mean, she's way too cute, and she's a pregnant mama. We can't press charges on a pregnant mama. So that's a little dream tent that my daughter set up, because my daughter's got such a big heart, y'all. And she absolutely loves those boys. It is heartbreaking, because my daughter misses them so much and loves, Delaney's boys. Shout out. When I post this, man, I work with Dustin over at Children's Haven. He is the manager over at Children's Haven. Shout out to him. He does such wonderful work, and man, he's a great guy. Children's Haven, it's a great organization. If there's a chance to work with him, yeah, I'll take it. We had booster seats set up to this. This is a window. This is the window that Larry was looking out. Right here. And Larry is a very tall man and has a very good range of sight. And right out there is where he saw Garrett Cummings plow through me. He could hear the engine rev. He could hear everything that I was saying. That's been there since before we moved in. You can hear very well out there. Heck, you know what we should do on here? I can run a test video for y'all. That'd be a great creation of evidence. Can't edit that out, but I know it's ugly. I got a huge nose. I know. I don't give a fuck if people make fun of me. You know why? And this is why I don't recommend this channel for kids, because I'll say what I fucking think on here. So yeah, I don't want no kids fucking watching this channel. People who want to judge and comment on my physical appearance and shit. Yeah, I know I'm ugly. I ain't the prettiest guy, so fucking what? But if you ain't fucking me, your opinion don't mean shit to me. That's just the way I feel. I'm in a committed relationship. I just got eyes for my girl, and that is how I feel. So if y'all ever get a chance to feel that kind of love, I mean, hey, good on you. It's awesome. She's been by my side, through everything. She's a one of a kind girl, and I'm damn lucky to have her. To ever have somebody, that's in your life that, you care so much about, that their opinion means everything to you. And, I'm very lucky to have Beth, and I'm very lucky that, she's my girl. So, sorry for, I know that's probably going to like deplete, well, that won't deplete any of my female audience because I don't think any of them have interest in me for that anyway, so I shouldn't lose much. And, hey, shout out to some of my old friends. I think I was talking to one of you on Instagram earlier. So if that's you, hit me up in the DMs. Let me know that you came on here to check out my channel and that you stayed this long. Because if you did, you tell me a few things about that in our DMs, and I'll give you a shout out on my next show on here. So, hey, if you stayed this long, you're awesome. You're great. Like, sub, hit that bell notification because we're going to be dropping new content, and we're going to have the video dropping very soon. I'm going to see if I have to redact anything in that. I'm not going to give out anybody's, personal details, and stuff on here on the channel. So I'll see if I have to redact any of that, but for the most part, and I don't want to get monetized by YouTube either. So, that video is going to drop though. So you guys will get to see where the situation of the house that the boys are in. So let me know if that's safe or not. And, until next time, look, we all got a voice. We can all make a difference. Let me know what you guys think in the comment line, and I'll see you next time.